Hey, what's up? It's Privacy J here. It's time for another Sunday's live stream. So it's been a while that it's been it's been a minute because I've been doing the Sunday's live stream for a bit because of it. So I just want to let you know because I was taking a break for these contents for like 2 or 3 days eventually. So I've been looking on this content on my iPad to see what's up with this, but 6 days. So we just waited for you. So yeah, and including that yesterday that I just went to the family fun day during the some other events so that's happening along for playing basketballs and all that stuff, and then there was a heat wave and all that stuff, and especially there was a basketball outside going on here, and there's so many things like councils and all that NYC councils, and then I don't do politics, but I'm just saying in general, okay? But just in fact, okay? I just saw any concerts and live performing outside of all the stuff around Corona, but I don't want to mention it. So, and then also, I just saw the similar news that I heard about from Hip Hop Makes the Brain Rock. See if we've seen it on the last video, so go check it out right now. So that was like last April. That was like a month ago. So yeah. And then I saw there's cars around here around in Family Fun Day yesterday. So we'll get to the pictures posted on the community tab later, community post later on today. And also I just saw some like the pictures around Bushwick Collective. So yeah, and then also all of these are murals or graffitis, however this is, so that I looked at it everywhere from it. So yeah. And one more thing, shout out to my friend Robert Simone that he went to the Special Olympics at the old school, that he got a gold medal, and especially that he got some like one or so like a ceremonies or whatever that is. So yeah, and then and congrats to my friend Robert Simone, my bro Robert Simone, for doing it. So yeah. Anyways, let's go to today's topics. So what we're talking about so far about MoMA Museum of Art, MoMA Museum of Art. So yeah, well I said it correctly. So yeah. So in praise of MoMA, the Museum of Modern Art. So please read.
I think the big difference between a place like the Museum of Modern Art and a more historical or universal institution is that those institutions start with the premise that they are about history, and we start with the premise that we're historical, that history is a byproduct of what we do. If we do it well, we help write the history. Glenn Lowry. It is hard, if not impossible, for anyone with a well-developed political awareness not to feel a certain ambivalence about our Museum of Modern Art. The strengths of the collection are obviously a product of the American Empire, and it's hard to wholeheartedly admire its present, overcrowded and very expensive setting. Those of us who can recall when the museum was much more modest, before 1981 when Pablo Picasso's Guernica was sent to Madrid, are likely to regret these changes. In the good old days, you could with luck have a leisurely conversation before Henri Matisse's masterpieces. Nowadays, you might as well attempt to discuss the nuances of art history on the number 6 Uptown subway train. But nostalgia is a terribly unreliable basis for understanding public institutions in a visual culture which has changed so rapidly recently. If admission to MoMA is pricey, that's because New York has radically gentrified. The art market is dominated by the super rich, so contemporary art is very expensive. And if the galleries are always crowded, that is an obvious reflection of the success of art education. American students want to see the art discussed by the faculty, and international visitors are understandably curious about our amazing collection. Any critical perspective on MoMA must take account of these economic realities. New York City is fortunate to have many great museums. The two most important institutions, for the purposes of my present discussion, are MoMA, for its contemporary art, and the Metropolitan Museum of Art, thanks to its historical perspective. And they have responded to the present political crises in somewhat different ways. In a recent essay published in the Brooklyn Rail, I survey the recent rehanging of the European collection at the Metropolitan Museum of Art. https://brooklynrail.org/20244/03/European-paintings-130018000. I was interested in how the Met responds to contemporary intellectual and political developments. Here, supplementing that analysis, considering how and why MoMA is revising its modernist canon, I write with the freedom and obvious limitations of an outsider. Never a museum curator, I am sure to get some things wrong. There are two ways that a history of visual art can be presented. You can write a narrative. This was done by Clement Greenberg, the writers at October, and their many successors. Or you can create a museum display, whose organization of the objects offers an implicit narrative, which then can be spelled out explicitly. The Met and MoMA curators take the second approach. Elsewhere I have contrasted in detail the contrast of these ways of presenting art's history. Now I am interested in the museum's responses to the immediately present political situation.
I'm gonna skip this paragraph because of those like politics or something like that. But at least we're the next topic. Okay, so boat tours. What we're talking about, it's like NYC ferry or something like that. So yeah, 11 best boat tours in New York City. All aboard, book these NYC boat tours for incredible views of the Statue of Liberty and other iconic landmarks. So you may read.
In all of planet Earth, there is no other skyline quite like that of New York City. Whether by air or by land, the Big Apple's skyscrapers and landmarks are iconic. But there's one way of touring NYC that beats out the rest, hands down, by boat. Whether from the upper deck of a yacht or hunkered down on a speedboat, views from the harbor show NYC at its absolute finest. From the Statue of Liberty to the One World Trade Center, you can take in all the biggest sights without dealing with packed subway cars and endless traffic jams. Below are some of the Big Apple's biggest and best boat tours. How do we determine the cream of the crop? Our staff picks combine the top, most recent reviews with some of our personal favorites to make sure you get the best deal on the web. Throughout this article, you may notice some affiliate links. These have no influence on our editorial content. We pinky swear. For more information, see.
Okay, skip that. So, luxury brunch, lunch, or dinner harbor cruise. So, yeah, if you can see what I'm gonna do, so please read.
So this is how to really do an NYC boat tour. Choose which fine dining food option you fancy and then settle into a blissful tour around New York Harbor with a live pianist, your exceptional oral entertainment. And sure, the luxury dining and the music might be pretty good, but you wait until you gaze out across the Empire State Building, Brooklyn Bridge, Statue of Liberty, and One World Trade Center from your private table with 360-degree panoramic views.
So, Statue of Liberty Express Cruise. Statue of Liberty Express Cruise. Next paragraph.
Perfect for the sightseer who knows exactly what he or she wants. This Circle Line Express tour goes right to the Statue of Liberty. No pit stops this time. Listen to an expert guide point out some lower Manhattan landmarks before pausing for photos right next to Lady Liberty. And since this cruise only takes an hour, it's easy to fit into even the busiest itinerary. Don't miss the perfect photo op of the famous sculpture and other harbor landmarks.
Okay. Sunset sailing. If you guys haven't heard it, you guys, many humans can go there. So if not, we'll see about his schedule. Next paragraph.
3. New York City sunset sailing with wine tasting. Here's one for the schmoozy, romantic vacationers. The NYC sunset sailing with wine tasting gives you the chance to gaze out as the sun drops below Manhattan, seeing NYC's biggest landmarks, including the Statue of Liberty, all lit up in a golden glow. And to top it all off, you're on a luxurious sailing boat, which is equipped, crucially, with a full bar. Not that you'll need it after your third cap's off. Don't miss the snacks and cheese that have been expertly paired with the wines.
Next paragraph.
4. Manhattan. Private sailing yacht crews don't want to share your views of the city skyline? You don't have to on this private tour of the Hudson River at sunset. It's your party, so you can bring any food or drinks you like on board. You'll feel like a high roller as you kick back on your private yacht for the evening. Don't miss chill with your crew on any of the 3 lounge areas, including the outdoor deck and sun pad.
Circle line. Complete Manhattan cruise. Next paragraph.
How better to get your bearing in a city as enormous as NYC than by circumnavigation? The Circle Line's 2.5-hour tour does a full loop of Manhattan Island, taking passengers past plenty of the city's most popular sites in the process. Spanning 3 rivers and all 5 boroughs, you'll even pass within touching distance of Lady Liberty herself. In other words, get your camera ready. Don't miss non-English speakers can download the Circle Line app for a translated commentary.
Oh, that's cocktail. Cocktail cruise. Let's skip that. Taxi cruises. New York water taxi cruises. Next paragraph.
You can't miss the water taxis. They look just like the car versions, big, bright, and yellow. These little beauties cruise round New York Harbor daily, passing major sites like the Chrysler and Empire State Buildings, Brooklyn Bridge, and the Statue of Liberty. You can stay on and complete the entire loop in 70 minutes, or hop on and off as you please, exploring the great seats, shops, and attractions in NYC's waterside neighborhoods. Don't miss, they have a team that can help you create a custom route for your journey.
Okay. We'll get to the details in the next Sunday's live stream. So we're gonna skip all it. We're gonna skip these few. So we'll get to the details. So next topic. The NYC events in June this month in 2024. Here's what to expect. So commemorate Juneteenth. Please read.
Juneteenth is the celebration and commemoration of the end of slavery in the U.S. It's celebrated on June 19th, which falls on a Wednesday this year. Some celebrations take place on the actual holiday, while others take place the weekend before. Juneteenth events in NYC this summer include a festival, musical performances, comedy shows, and family activities.
All right, next paragraph.
Celebrate Pride Month in NYC LGBTQ+, whether you're gay, lesbian, bisexual, transgender, or an ally. It's time to celebrate gay pride in NYC. Party at the Pride March, take a gay history walking tour, see a show, enjoy live music, and so much more.
So NYC Pride this year. So we'll get to that details in the next few weeks. All right. We'll explain about that. So rock out Governor's Ball. Next paragraph.
Governor's Ball is one of the most anticipated summer concerts in NYC. This year's Governor's Ball will bring big-name rappers, beloved veteran acts, rising pop stars, and more to Flushing Meadows Corona Park from Friday, June 7th through Sunday, June 9th.
Indulge at NYC's night markets. Next paragraph.
6 open-air night markets are popping up around town this summer, from the Bronx to Brooklyn and Manhattan to Queens. Plus, the vegan night market and Latin night markets are back. We've rounded up details on all 6, so grab some cash and make plans to eat locally and deliciously. Here's the full rundown.
So yeah, you can see all these events going on here. So we're gonna skip all of it because there's so many events going on. So we'll get to like more details in not info about it. So yeah. Last topic, the feast of San Gennaro, the feast of all feasts. So every year there was the feast of San Gennaro. So we'll get to the video. I'll make a video for it from every September. So details and all that. So the 2024 feast of San Gennaro will be held from September 12th through September 22nd. So that's what it says here. It runs from like September this year for the September 12th and September 2020, September 20th. Sorry, September 20th, 22nd, September 22nd. So, yeah. As you can see, the story of Saint Gennaro. So you may read.
Saint Gennaro was bishop of Benevento, Italy, and died a martyr in 305 AD during the persecution spearheaded by Emperor Diocletian. He signed his death warrant when he visited the deacons, Sasso and Proculo, and the laymen, Eutychete and Accusio, in jail. The proconsul, Timothy, had Gennaro arrested. He underwent torture without wavering in his resolution to remain loyal to Christ. He was thrown headlong into a furnace, but by the grace of God, he come through unscratched. Furious, the agents beheaded him. His body and the severed head still dripping blood were gathered up by an old man who wrapped them reverently in a cloth. An old Neapolitan lady collected the blood with a sponge and filled the phial with the precious liquid. The body of Saint Gennaro is preserved in Naples, where he is honored as the city's principal patron. The Neapolitans pray to him for protection from fires, earthquakes, plagues, droughts, and the eruption of Mount Vesuvius. In every emergency, Saint Gennaro is their powerful champion and universal helper.
Last paragraph.
At the turn of the 20th century, when Italian immigrants settled on the Lower East Side of Manhattan, each region settled on a different street. The Neapolitans.
Wait, stop. The prodigy. Try again.
His blood, which is normally solidified, liquefies twice a year on the first of Sunday of May, the feast of the transfer of his relics, and on September 19th, the anniversary of his martyrdom. The history of the Feast of San Gennaro, NYC at the turn of the 20th century when Italian immigrants settled on the Lower East Side of Manhattan, each region settled on a different street. The Neapolitans settled on Mulberry Street. In 1926, with keeping their Neapolitan traditions, they decided to have a one-day block party for their patron saint and protector of Naples, San Gennaro, which continued year after year, something that has now and for decades become not only a New York icon, but a world-known 11-day event, which stretches throughout 11 blocks of the Little Italy neighborhood. For generations, this feast has always been an important part of our neighborhood, not only representing the saint himself, but also representing our ancestors, our culture, and our traditions.
All right. Anyways, that's gonna be this for today's stream about what we know about is the NYC ferry boats, and then we have like San Gennaro so far for this year. That's every year, and then and the MoMA Museum of Arts. So that's all we have for today, because I don't have time to do this because I gotta have a thing to do. But we'll have more details and more topics to talk about it on this articles all about it, and more tech updates to get this details about it, and for more about this and upcoming contents. We'll be working on it. There will be along the way, and June 30th there will be Pride Parade. As I said, I searched it. So I look at it and double check about it, because I'm not sure if I can go there or not. So if I can go to the Pride Parade, I'm going to do the recording. If not, I'll do the live stream about it. So we'll think about it for this month, okay, or maybe next year. So yeah, and also next month, I'm about to be 24. I'm gonna make a video about it. So I'll see what I can do with it. So I'll make plans to work on it for this one. So we'll have more details. So yeah, so that's all we have. That's all I had to say. So like and comment and subscribe and let me know about it. So if you can subscribe to my 3 channels, Privacy J Productions 1, 2, and 3, and in my content, all of my social medias will let you know all about it. Facebook, my name is Jaden Garcia, and Instagram is JTech727, Snapchat is Scoots0727, and follow me on X is Privacy J NYC1. So thanks for watching and peace out.